Allison. Ali's there again. Oh, what a goal! It's Danny Rose on his Premier League debut with a memorable strike.
Son has scored it! Kevin Son buries it beyond Edison.
Kane goes for it. Oh, what a goal from Harry Kane!
They're slipping, they're sliding, it's in! Lucas Moura with the hat-trick goal! Spurs are going to the Champions League final for the first time in their history!
Hello once again and welcome back to the Monday Night Spurs Show. Tonight, it's not a regular episode. We're not going to be talking about the international break. We're not talking about Romero, Lo Celso, England, Andorra, Harry Kane. We're not talking about none of it. Tonight, we're talking about Ollie Robinson's top 10 Tottenham players from over the years. Well, you're quite young, Ollie, so it's going to be quite recent players, you could say. But let's do some introducing. Joining me tonight, we've got Gaz. How you doing, Gaz?
Yep, all good. Cheers. How are you both? Everyone well?
All good,
Very
all
good.
good. And
Very good.
joining us again, we've got Ollie. Ollie, how you doing, my man?
Very good. Very good.
So, before we start, I'm going to throw you under the bus a bit here.
Here we go.
Tell us a little bit about you and your first game at Spurs. So we know what kind of age range and what kind of squad. So what was your first game you remember?
First game I remember must have been, I think it's either 2006
Okay, yeah.
in the Europa League against Shakhtar Donetsk, I think it was.
Yeah. So that's
when they had the likes of, I'm pretty sure they had William.
Yeah.
Who else did they have? I can't remember. We got knocked out on aggregate. So one of the best,
Spurs,
one of the best memories,
Jermain Defoe. Yeah. Is that like Robbie Keane, Jermain Defoe?
Yeah. I have a vague memory of being younger than that when we played Palace in the Cup. I think it was Carrick's debut.
Okay, yeah.
And we lost. That's what I remember. That's very vague memories.
So before we start, guys, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed. A couple of weeks ago, we were stuck on about 9 subscribers for about 2-3 weeks, all through the Euro 2020. We've got over 125 subscribers, which is just crazy. We're only doing one video a week, and to get so many subscribers already is unbelievable. But so how it's going to work, Ollie's going to talk us through his top 10 Spurs players. He's going to give us a bit of a clue, and Gaz is going to try and guess what the player is, and then we're going to reminisce. So over to you, Ollie, for number 10.
Right, so I'm going to give you 3 clues, and I'll do it I'll give you 1 clue, see if you can get it, and then if not, I'll move down the list, okay? So, this player was born on the 30th of January, 1981, and he was born in Macclesfield, England.
So I know these, Gaz, so it's down to you. If you don't know, we'll go to a different clue.
We signed him for £10 million.
Okay, next clue.
He's a striker.
He was born in what year?
81.
81 striker. Oh bloody hell! This is not a good start for me. It wouldn't be Peter Crouch, would it?
Correct.
It is Peter Crouch.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know you were born in
Correct.
Macclesfield.
No,
Yeah, neither did I. Neither did I till I researched it, actually.
Why Peter Crouch? What did you love about Peter Crouch?
Number one, I thought obviously he was a good character. I thought he was quite a funny person. But in terms of, I thought him and the link-up play between him and Van der Vaart as well, I liked a lot. Also, obviously, with Defoe as well. I thought he was massively underrated as well. I feel like it's a bit of a fan favourite.
Gary, what's your thoughts on Crouch?
Yeah, I liked Crouchy. I think he was good in the air. I think he only ever scored headers for us, to be honest with you. But yeah, obviously that goal, I remember that watching that game as well. It was just probably as a Spurs fan back then, like what was that, 2010 was it? It was it was just a tense match. You know, it was like a cup final in a way. And watching that, getting us into the Champions League for the first time ever, yeah, that was a magic moment, absolutely magic. And it was just such a great feeling that day. I remember it.
With Crouchy, there's been so many big moments. I mean, AC Milan away comes to mind as well. That goal at San Siro.
Yeah, that was one that I did. Yeah, I did actually forget about that one. That was a quality goal.
And then I think he got 2 against Young Boys as well in the Champions League. So
Yeah.
I think it was a hat trick actually.
Yeah, he
Wasn't it?
scored a hat trick on the return
Hat-trick.
leg at home. Yeah, think he did actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else to say on Crouchy? I mean, we see him a lot now on the TV doing these.
Yeah,
That's what I
he's
was going
just
to say. He's still quite about, isn't he? He's still in the scene. I think
yeah,
he's funny.
he's an all-round character. I do like Crouchy. Yeah, great personality. Always laughing, always up to a laugh as well. So yeah, great fella.
No, I mean, as a Spurs fan, I think even as a football fan, I don't think anyone dislikes Peter Crouch. But this is what the top 10 Spurs is about. It's not about the top 10 best players. It's just about your favourite players growing up.
Yeah.
So, and Crouch is a perfect example. One of them. I know your number 7 isn't the best player ever, but he's a decent player for Spurs who we used to love. So should we move on to number 9, Ollie?
Yeah, go on then.
Right, guys, get ready for your next clue, mate.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give the position. Actually, no, I won't give the position away just yet. So he was born on the 24th of April, 1987,
Mm-hmm.
and he was born in St. Nicholas in Belgium, and we signed him for 10.3 million.
Vertonghen.
Correct.
Yeah.
Got him one. Yeah.
So, Ollie, why Jan Vertonghen?
I'm just really fond of him. I think that was the point when we signed him. That was the point where we were trying to kind of catch up with the big teams. I think United were after him as well, and Liverpool were after him, and we beat him to it. I think the golfing quality that he showed was different class, and I think I like him a lot because he stayed with us through quite a lot. He could have probably left and got a move somewhere else, but he was a loyal servant to the club.
Gaz, thoughts on Vertonghen?
Yeah, I loved Vertonghen. He was a great player. Again, someone who definitely showed his passion when playing for Spurs. And that goal you showed there, the one against Dortmund, that was probably one of his greatest goals he's probably ever scored. I mean, obviously the game against Dortmund was a tough match, but yeah, to make that 2-0 was important that night as well. But yeah, overall, Vertonghen was a legend at the club. He always will be. He still interacts with the Spurs. They still mention him in Twitter. And he always likes the pictures, always commenting. So yeah, he definitely loves the club. And it was a shame when he left, but I mean his form just looks like it declined as he got older. So, but yeah, he'll always be a legend at Spurs.
Yeah, I was going to say when he got that, I know he got that head injury, didn't he, or something? And he said that he never kind of recovered from it properly. So I think that's when his form started to dip a little bit.
Yeah, I always remember that picture when he's in the dugout, when he
with his hands on his head. Yeah, I think that's when he knew that it was. Another goal I was thinking about that he scored was, I don't know if you remember it, Swansea away. I think we won 2-1.
Bow scored the other.
Yeah, that's another goal that I was thinking of that I could have included because that was a pretty good finish.
Oh yeah, I remember that one actually. Yeah. I mean, for a centre back, I mean, I know he'd done it a lot in Holland. He was at Ajax. He scored like 10 goals, and he was a centre back.
Yeah,
so it definitely. It's nice when your strikers aren't scoring, but people from other positions are.
definitely.
Such as centre backs. Yeah, it's good.
I said it before, but he was a proper Rolls Royce of a defender. Like how he could just dribble up the pitch with the ball. I mean, no one could do that now for Spurs. I think when he dribbled up the pitch and ended up in midfield, no one was really panicking. You just knew he'd be able to hold his own, moving up the pitch, and that's how he scored quite a few goals. I remember the goal, or the disallowed goal against Sunderland when he scored from inside his half, didn't he?
Yeah.
Great player, Jan. I think Jan would probably be in my top 10 as well.
I agree.
Yeah. Anything else to add on, Jan?
Not really, no. I just thought he was a quality player, quality man, yeah. Really liked him.
All right, then. On to number 8, Oz.
So, he was born in the 16th of April, 1987. And he was born in Leeds, England. And we signed him for a fee of £1 million.
Aaron Lennon.
Correct. He's got him one again.
Tell us about Lennon. What did you love about Aaron Lennon?
I feel like he's one of them players that when he was on the pitch, especially at the lane, when he got the ball and he went forward, you could hear the noise of the chairs where everyone stood up. He got onto the left back or wherever he was playing, and he really run at him. Another goal that I remember quite fondly of his is obviously you got that one at the Emirates, but I think he scored one at West Ham away, and he also scored one at Arsenal when we beat him 5-1 in the cup. I think it was a League Cup semi-final. But yeah, I just thought he was a good player and a loyal servant to the club as well.
Yeah, no, I'm a massive fan of Lennon, especially with it was the no nonsense football, and none of that inverted winger rubbish. It was just Lennon on the right, Bale on the left, and it was just frightening. Being like coming to White Hart Lane, and was always going to tear him up. And Lennon, of course, was also famous for Crouch's goal at the San Siro when was it Maldini took on? I might not be.
Yeah, he took on. Yeah,
I remember it was Mario Yepes or someone.
But yeah, that moment is just unreal. I mean, as Spurs fans, we've never seen anything like that in our lifetimes. But to tear it up, to do it at the San Siro was a quality night. And he's given us some massive moments, Lennon. And one comes to mind was his first goal for us against Chelsea when I can't remember who he put on the floor.
Oh, when he cut in on his left and I think he finessed it bottom corner or something. That one.
Yeah, that was a proper moment.
That was. I remember that.
I think that was my first game where I saw us actually beat Chelsea. I don't think I'd ever seen it in my life. Unreal player. Gaz, what was your thoughts on Lennon?
Yeah, he'd definitely be in my top 10 as well. Yeah, I loved him. I absolutely loved Lennon. People like, we was talking about Adam Traore at Wolves, but I think Lennon was the shorter version, and probably the quicker version. But he was rapid, and at the time he was just one of the best wingers in the league. I think what let him down a lot, he just didn't, he lacked a bit of end product. The thing is, Lennon did score the goals, but I think with the crossing, it let him down. If he had crossing ability to his name, I think he'd be easily one of the best wingers in Europe. But that's what let him down a lot. But yeah, as Ollie said, Lennon used to get the ball, and the pace on him was unreal. And I just felt like we haven't had a player like that for a long time. Just haven't had that pace. But yeah, he was unreal.
Especially value for money as well. What did you say he was? Was it £1 million?
It was £1 million, yeah, £1 million.
No, even
I didn't know it was that cheap.
Yeah, but that's
quite a while ago though, wasn't it?
That's probably one of Levy's best investments.
Yeah.
When you look at 30 million Lamela, 30 million Sissoko, and then you look at these players. But when I've seen your list, Ollie, and all the fees. I mean, none of them are big. It's big money, is it?
No, I was thinking of that actually. It shows that how much money value for money we've got, but also some of the players that we've bought for big money and they've never lived up to the expectations they should have.
I mean, that could be another episode, top 10 biggest Tottenham flops or something.
Cool. It'd be a long list, or a long short list to choose from anyway.
But a quality player, Aaron Lennon. One that'll always get a good reception at Spurs as well.
Of course.
Just joined Burnley again. So
yeah, I think he's back at Burnley.
He went. Yeah, he's gone there. He spent a bit of time in Turkey. Come back to Burnley. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see about that. I mean, you got Lennon going back to Burnley, and obviously you got Ronaldo going back to Man United. So it's like two former Premier League winging legends going back to their well, not say where it started, gone back to the Premier League, to their former clubs.
Ashley Young went back to Villa as well.
Young's gone back to Villa.
I forgot about that.
I mean, Bale come back to Spurs last season.